Hi crocheters of the world, in this tutorial we will work together on the shawl that I've presented you in a review that I made lately. It's not the last one, the second to last I guess is the review where I presented. So I was telling you that I was working on this shawl. And actually I told you that it is the shawl, which means I really love it. I really love it. It's not my design. It's a shawl that I found on the internet. Actually, I found a graph that it's very ambiguous. It's not easy to understand. The pattern itself, it's not actually very difficult, but there are things that must be we must be focused, very focused when we work it, at least at the beginning. After we repeat some sequences, it's easier, obvious. So I'm working on it, still working on it, but I wanted to show you how to work it so you can begin it too. So I have some 4 or 5 sequences to repeat, because I'm talking about sequences. A sequence, a motif is this one. Okay, so the 4 petals flower, or the here I began to work with the shell, the giant shell. Giant because it's nice and large. Okay, so fun. Actually, it's fun stitch here, not shell, but fun stitch, because it's nice and large. It's a very beautiful pattern from my point of view. I really love it. I will try to make it straight now as a normal pattern, because I really love it. Even if you work the flower or the fan, it's exactly the same, nothing changes, but the shape, obvious. So it's but the stitches are exactly the same for the next 3 rows, because we have 4 rows sequence. Okay, so here we have the petals. We are working with the long triple crochet, and you will see it, and with the long double crochet and chains, and so the stitches are basic, nothing difficult, and single crochet. Okay, so extended double crochet and triple crochet, and I will show you how to work them. But let's get started. So I'm working with the cake yarn. You can find it in my shop. It's from Ice Yarn, Cake Cotton Fine. It's really a beautiful yarn. I highly recommend it to you, but you cannot find it anytime, because every time, sorry, because when it's back in stock, it's just for some days, because it is bought immediately, because it's really a beautiful yarn. If you want, I give you a alternative. You can work it with cotton, Camilla Cotton Magic. It's also beautiful. Okay, or you can just work it with a yarn to be worked with a 3mm hook, and work it with 3.5mm hook. So this is to be worked with 3. It's fine yarn from the category fine. Okay, so weight yarn number 2, and it is to be worked with 3mm needles. So we can actually, I'm working on my project with 3.5mm crochet hook. Okay, now let's get started. Oh yes, the graph. So I will put this on my blog, so you can actually copy it, so you can actually print it and have it with you when you work it. So with the video and the graph, I'm sure you will be able to work this shawl. Now maybe it's for intermediate to advanced crocheter, but even if you are a beginner, ambitious, let's say, you can just work it from my point of view. The first 3 rows are a little bit tricky, so just work them with me. And then we will begin with the repeated sequences, okay? There are 4 rows to repeat, and into the 4th we always increase, which means we actually chain 5 at the beginning and at the end. So actually you have to think about the construction of the shawl as a half and then its figure in the mirror, okay? It's exactly the same image in the mirror. So it's exactly the same thing. So we work this until the center line, let's say, and then the same thing but on the contrary we go. And the center line, it's very it's a little bit tricky too, but let's see, let's get started. I will work just for you to understand. I will work with wool yarn and with 4mm hook, so it's better yes, to understand. Now we will begin with a chain of 7, and insert hook into the first chain and slip stitch to join. Now chain 4, and this is actually the beginning of the second. So this chain 7, it's the first row, okay? Let us begin the second row with chain 4, yarn over, and now we will work we can work it into the chain here where you want, where you find a little space, our extended double crochet. So we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over. Instead of pulling through 2, we just pull through 1, okay, and then through 2 and through 2, and this is the extended double crochet. Okay, now we chain 2 and insert hook into the ring here in the middle, and we single crochet. Now we will work 3 chain 5 spaces, 1 2 3 4 5, and single crochet, and this must be on this side, okay? So we put it on this side, then 1 2 3 4 5, and single crochet into the ring, and this must be kind of here in the middle, okay, middle line. And then we have 5 more, 1 2 3 4 5, and we want to single crochet, okay, and chain 2, and to finish we will work 2 extended double crochet into the chain somewhere, okay, 1 and 1, okay. So we begin with a chain 4 that substitute the first extended double crochet, and with 2 double crochet, and this is extended double crochets. This is the second row. Let's go on with the third. 1 2 3 4. We will always begin from now on with chain 4 and into the next extended double crochet, a extended double crochet, and chain 2, okay. And we want to double crochet into the chain 2 space, extended double crochet, okay, and then we will slip single crochet into the first chain 5 space, then chain 5 3 4 5, and into the central chain 5, single crochet, chain 5, and single crochet into the same central chain 5, and now chain 5 more. So we have 3 chain 5 spaces and single crochet into the next chain 5. Okay, so as you can see, we just created the central line, and now I will chain 2, I will yarn over, and into the chain 2 space I will work my extended double crochet, then chain 2 to finish as we began, chain 2 and our 2 double crochet, extended double crochet 1, and the second one into the 4th chain of the beginning, chain 4, the next row. And this is the beginning, okay? So these are the most important rows because are the let's say is the foundation. So we already have the central line, Now I will put the marker in the middle so you can see it better, and I recommend you to work with the marker in the middle, into the chain 5 in the middle, so you will be sure actually when the row it's longer, so one side it's of course longer, not now, you will know where you are into the center, and you won't just skip. Okay, it's happened to me. Okay, now we begin, as I said, with a chain 4 and extended double crochet into the next. So we have 2 stitches here and the chain 2. This is for sure. Now we will work into the chain 2 space, around the chain 2 space, 1 extended double crochet. We don't want to close it, because into the double crochet of the previous row we will work 1 more and we close them together. Okay, yarn over, two times, and now into the chain 5 space here we want to work the 4 petals, and we will work them. This is the first one and we don't want to close it, leave it like this. Yarn over 2 times, insert hook around, pull up a loop. Now for the extended triple crochet we will work as the extended double crochet. We don't yarn over and pull through 2, but the first time we just pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and we stop here. Okay, and we work 3 like this, and we close them together with a chain, and we chain 4. Now we have to work 4 more like this, 4 more 3 more petals like this. This is the second. Now if you don't know how to work the triple crochet or the double crochet, I don't know, so this is not the right place for you. Chain 4, I won't stop and explain these details for a beginner. Okay, now I'm working over a cluster, I don't know, 2 and 3. This is the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let us work our 4th petal. So 4 petals for the flower motif. 2, 3, and the yarn over, pull through all, chain to secure, and we stop here now. So we have 4 petals and 3 chain 4 spaces. Okay, now we are here into the center, on the center line, and into this first row. This is the first row, let's say of the 4 rows to repeat. Okay, we just insert hook in the middle with single crochet. Okay, it's very important, the middle line, the central line, 4, 5. We chain 5, we insert hook into the same chain 5 space and single crochet. So this is what we have to work always when we work this row, sorry. The first row actually of the sequence to repeat is this. Okay, yarn over 2 times and into the chain 5 space, work exactly the same thing. So we will just want to work our 4 petals with divided by 3 chain 4 spaces. You can work it with the normal triple crochet if you think it's easier for you. I don't know, maybe a bit longer, it's actually better. Okay, chain 1 plus 3 more, so actually we chain 5. 1, 3. Okay, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just 1 to chain 1 to secure, 4 more, and the last petal. 1, 2, and 3. We will finish as we began, only that on the contrary I said think about these two sides, so the center line and the two sides, as the sides in images in the mirror. So we will just want to yarn over and insert hook into the double crochet here, work and don't finish, and in the chain 2 space like this. Okay, chain 2 and the 2 extended double crochet, border, edge, extended double crochets. I can name them because actually they are the edge. Okay, and this is what we actually have. Now let's go on with the second row of the sequence to repeat. Will be a we will begin again with chain 4, yarn over, and the extended double crochet plus chain 2. So these are the stitches, the beginning and the final stitches. Okay, yarn over, insert a hook into the chain 2 space. Don't finish the extended double crochet because we insert hook into the little cluster here, small cluster that we have. We work one more and we close them together like this. Now we are just ready to insert hook into the to insert hook into the first the first chain 4 space and work 3, 4 and 5 single crochets. So work 5 single crochet and 5 single crochet into the next 2, 3, 4 into each the next 2, obvious. So actually we will have 15 single crochets on one motif. Okay. Now here into this on the central line, this is very important. We will want to chain 3 and insert hook into the chain 5 space and double crochet, this time normal double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet. Okay, and this is for the central line. So this is the second row of the sequence to repeat. Will be 3 rows of single crochets. Okay, and now chain 3 again, obvious, and skip into the first chain 4 space and go with your 5 single crochets into the next, again 5 single crochets, 2, 3, 4 and 5, into the next, same thing, 5 single crochets, 3, 4 and 5, and again the same thing, insert hook into the stitch, the cluster, and work. Don't finish into the chain, around the chain 2 space, work the second. Now you can finish chain 2 and the edge 2 is the extended double crochets. Okay, now we finish the second row of the sequence to repeat. We have 2 more. They are 1, 2, 3, 4 with the single crochet 2 over the motifs. So we work exactly the same thing. We just want to chain 2, then we just want to chain 2 and into the chain 2 space work 1 extended double crochet, don't finish, insert hook into the cluster, so 2 together, and now finish them together, and skip 1 single crochet, insert hook into the next, and work in each single crochet 1 single crochet to the second to last. We will skip the first and the last, and we will work actually 13 single crochets like this. We skipped the first, we will skip the last. Yes, here we are. Now for the central line, we will chain 5, we will insert hook into the double crochet and slip stitch, chain 5, insert hook into the next double crochet and slip stitch, and put the marker on it like this. Okay, so chain 5, slip stitch into the double crochet, chain 5, slip stitch into the next double crochet, and chain 5 again to pass on the other side. On the other side. And on the other side we will work the same. Skip the first and work 13 single crochet. Okay, we are almost there. And now the same thing, yarn over, insert hook into the cluster and work half the stitch into the chain 2 space and work all chain 2 to finish and work the 2 extended double crochet. Last and the most important row of the sequence to repeat. It's the most important row just because it's the row when we create the chain 5 at the beginning and at the end of the row to add, where we will add 2 more motifs. Okay, that's why it's so important. So let's see how. Chain 4 and then extended double crochet, and we just want to chain 2. So chain 2, work again your little small cluster here with the into the chain 2 space, around the chain 2 space and into the little cluster of the previous row. And now chain 5, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget to chain 5 into this last row of single crochet. It is very important, okay, because it's here that we will work the motif. So let me show you on my shawl, or maybe on the graph too. So like this, okay. So these 2, and now we will work. Now we will go on with the single crochet row, and then we will add 1 more motif on one side and on the other side, and we will always have in each fourth row of single crochet, so actually 3rd row of single crochet, 4th row of the sequence to repeat, we will chain 5 to add into the next sequence to repeat of 4 to add another motif on one side and another on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Okay, so I chained 5. So again, skip 1 single crochet, work 5 now, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will chain 5 again, skip 1 and single crochet 5 more time, and we will skip again the second to last. Okay, if you can hear my tummy is sleeping and is snoring too. Okay, so I finished, and now on the central line we will chain 5 again, 3, 4, 5, and now we will actually insert hook into the same double crochet, and we will single crochet over the slip stitch of the previous row. Then we will we will single crochet, and we will work into the chain 5 on one side of our chain 5, 3 single crochets. Then we will chain 5, I can take off the marker, chain 5, and work on the other side 3 more single crochets. Okay, now we can add again the marker on, okay, and into the double crochet again 1 single crochet over the slip stitch, and this is what we have on the central line, okay, and we want to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 1 and go on and work the same thing. 5 single crochets, chain 5, skip 1 and 5 more single crochet. You will have the last single crochet to skip over, chain 5, so don't forget to chain 5 at the beginning and at the end. And now let's work our little small cluster of 2 extended double crochets to finish the row. Then chain 2 and the edge 2 extended double crochets. Here actually we finished the first sequence to repeat of 4. So from the row with the petals to this one, there are 4 rows, and these 4 rows actually are to be repeated. So now that we finished the very first, this is the very first sequence to repeat, we have to begin another one, so you will understand better actually. Let me show you. So we finished this actually. And now we will begin with the other one, and in each sequence of 4, so 1 is the 4 petals and then the 3 single crochet rows, we will just increase, as you can see, with 1 motif on one side and 1 on the other side. So let's get started. Now I will show you only one half. Let me show you. So 4 chains, chain 4 and extended double crochet, chain 2. Now what changes? So from now on, always when we work the 4 petals or then the fan, okay, we will only extended double crochet around the chain 2 space. So we don't work this cluster, okay? That's the only thing. And now into the chain 5 space, let us work our 4 petals. This is the first one, chain 4, then the second, so we need to work 1, 2, 3, 4. My Tommy is snoring, you already know. Chain 4 and the last petal. Okay. Now we don't want to chain, we just skip into the chain 5 space. From now on we will always have much more obvious, but for now we will work into the first chain 5, we work the petals or the fan. Then into the next chain 5 we single crochet, chain 5 and single crochet. Then into the next again a motif, and so on. Okay, so we alternate single crochet, chain 5, single crochet with the motif into each chain 5 space. So here we will just want to single crochet, chain 5 and single crochet, and into the next chain 5 we work again 4 petals with 3 chain 4 space in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, the first, and then again 1 2 3 4, and again. One, 2, 3, 4, and the last. I have a little knot here. Okay. And now here we already know that we will single crochet, chain 5 and single crochet. Okay. And then we continue on the other side, exactly the same as I said, image in the mirror. So I finished the row, the first row of the sequence of 4, and now let us begin with the second, chain 4 and our extended double crochet. Chain 2 as always, and now we work our little cluster, beginning cluster here, so only into the first row of the sequence to repeat we work 1 double crochet and nothing else. Okay, so chain and skip directly and work your 5 single crochets in each chain 4 space. And when we will work the fan, I will show you. It's only that we work 15 extended triple crochets, and we will work 15 single crochet, 1 into each. Okay, this is the only, let's say, a difference. So if you understand with this, you will just understand. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and now we just want to chain 1 and to work exactly the same thing here. Single crochet, chain 5, 3 4 5, and single crochet, chain 1, and our single crochet, 5 single crochet into each. I'm working on my second motif now of the same side of the triangle, and I'm about to finish and to work the central line. And we know that, so as you can see, let me show you, I went on a little bit faster, but it's only single crochet, and we know that in the middle now we chain 3, we double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same chain 5, and we go on the other side with a chain 3, and of course we continue with our 5 single crochet into each, 5 single crochet into each chain 4 space, and we work exactly the same thing on the other side as we worked on this side, only that you know the image in the mirror. Okay, I finished the second row with the single crochet, the second row of the sequence to repeat. Now I will go on with the third, and it's exactly the same thing. Chain 2, work the small or little, I don't know, cluster, you know, that we work at the beginning. Then we will chain 1, and we skip 1 single crochet, and we work all the 13 single crochets to the second to last. We will skip the second to last, chain 1, and then over the chain okay, skip the last, chain 1, and into the chain 5 single crochet, 5 chains and single crochet, yeah, like this. Okay, and exactly the same thing, skip 1, insert hook into the next, and single crochet, 3 4 5 6 7 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now we just chain 5. We insert hook into the double crochet with slip stitch. We already know this, 3, 4, 5, and we slip stitch again into the next double crochet, and then we will complete the other side exactly the same. So we will chain 5 and then work exactly the same thing that we worked on this side, only that it's in the mirror, so we go on the contrary. So let's go with the fourth and the last, and now it's pretty understandable actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 2. We always begin with the cluster. When we work the 3 rows of single crochet, we always begin with the cluster. Only when we work the fan or the flower row, we begin with just 1 double crochet. Okay, so let's say this is a little rule here. Okay, this is my little cluster. Chain 1, and we skip the first. Okay, chain 5. This is something that you don't have to forget. Okay, so we have to chain 5 always into the 4th row. So the 3rd row of the single crochet, we have to chain 5 at the beginning and at the end, because into the next sequence we begin with a new motif. So we add like this our new motif. It's very important, and I sometimes I forget about it, and it's not good because I have to undo all. Now skip 1 and work your 5 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 5. Skip 1 single crochet and work 5 more single crochet. 3, 4, and 5. Skip 1 single crochet, chain 1, and into the chain 5 work single crochet, chain 5, and single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and again exactly the same thing. 5 single crochets, chain 5, chain 5, skip 1, and let's go with 5 more single crochets. Chain 1, and we will work chain 5, 3, 4, 5, chain 5, and exactly into the double crochet over the slip stitch we single crochet. Then we single crochet 3 times into the chain, 3 times into the chain 5, we chain 5, and we single crochet 3 more times. 2 and 3, and then we single crochet into the double crochet again around over the slip stitch of the previous row. Let me put the marker. So this is our central line. This is how it looks, and we will continue on exactly the same that we did here. And as you can see now, here we have more chain 5 spaces. So actually we will have chain 5 into this 4th row of the sequence to repeat. We will always have 1 chain 5, so the line of chain 5 spaces, and 1 over the motif. And we will work, when we begin another sequence, we will always work here the chain 5 line, and over the chain 5 line of the sequence, previous sequence, we will work the motif. Okay, even if it is flower or fan motif. Okay, so we switch them, and it's really easy. You neither have to think about them, because we begin with a motif, which means here we work chain 5 motif, chain 5 motif. Okay, so we begin with a motif and into the next we always chain 5 and then motif and chain 5. Okay, let me finish this, and just I want to show you how to work the fan, but it's more or less the same. I am at the end of this last row of the sequence, and I just want to tell you one more time, don't forget to chain 5 at the beginning and at the end of each fourth row. Okay, it's very important, believe me. I had to undo one row, but long row. I don't know how many motifs I had, 5 or 6 on one side, and I had to undo all because I forgot to work the chain 5 and I had no space to work the motif. So it's very important. And yarn over and chain 5. What have I done here? Okay, so chain 5, and now work the cluster. I already worked it, and okay, work the cluster as you began, you finish as you began with your small cluster here, and chain 2 and the edge, extended double crochets. And now for the fan, I just want to show you. So we begin exactly the same, a new sequence, and for a new sequence we always begin with chain 2, and around the chain 2 space we only work 1 double crochet, and we skip directly into the chain 5 and begin with the flower motif or the fan. And in this case I want to show you how to work the fan. So 15 extended triple crochet, that's all. This is the difference, because, let me just finish this and I will show you why only this is the difference. So instead of 4 clusters of 3 extended triple crochets each and chain 4 in between, you just go on and work 15 triple crochets, extended triple crochets. You can work triple crochet to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I have 7 more, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and that's it. So this is the fan instead of the, and I just go into the chain 5 space, next chain 5 space, and single crochet, chain 5, single crochet into it, and then I will skip into the next and I will work my fans. Okay, so nothing changes but the shape, so it's not this but it's this, and over, so into the next 3 single crochet rows we will work 5 single crochet rows, 15 single crochet, so into each of our half double extended triple crochet we will work 1 single crochet for a total of 15, exactly the same number that we actually work here, only that here we work 5, 5, 5. The next 2 single crochet rows are exactly the same. So you can actually alternate a fan with a flower motif if you want to, or you can work half of the shawl with, as I did. Actually I worked more than half with the fan stitch, with the flower motif. I worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows I worked with the flower motif, and now I began, these are the 2 rows that I worked with the fan, and I have to work actually 4 or 5 row, so will be more or less half. Okay, so I don't want to work 9. I will work maybe 7 or 8 rows more, okay, to have the length that I want, so make it nice and long. This is the idea. Okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoy. Actually, more I hope that more that you enjoy, I hope that you understand actually this shawl, because it's particular beautiful from my point of view. Tell me if you don't understand. I will try to work to make another video with the actually with your to answer to your questions. Okay, so just try to work it first, obvious, so try, begin it, work with me, and if you have some answer, just put them below this video and I will pick up I will take them all and I will I will make a video to answer to all your questions, okay, about this shawl. Of course, if you want to work it, but from my point of view, it's just beautiful. I want to thank you again for watching and hope you will enjoy actually to work this beautiful shawl. Thank you to all of you that already bought from my shop, and don't forget that you have the link of the shop below of this tutorial, the link of the yarns that I shown you at the beginning. And if you want to show me or to share actually with my crochet community, if you want to share your projects that you worked following one of several of my tutorials, so just pick up ideas. It's important to be from my tutorials because this is the theme of the group, of course, and you can just actually join my group on Facebook. It's a Crochet with Oana. We are always happy to have you there. So see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.